A post is going viral after a MAGA mom who's on SNAP benefits called out her family for not lending her money for groceries. In this Facebook post, this mom said that her husband is on the GI Bill and she has 2 kids. She continues by saying she's at her wit's end and she's overwhelmed and doesn't know what to do. She said that she asked her husband's mom, and the mom responded with, "You voted for this." Now, of course, I had to read through the comment section on this post, and the comments varied. In reading the comment section of the post, it looked like people were split. Some who have great relationships with their family in light of different political stances said they would help, while others said they've had complete falling outs with those family members and they would not help. What are your thoughts? If you were in the same situation, would you help this family member and use it as a teaching moment about the impact of politics on people's lives? Or would you say, FAFO, too bad, so sad?
Yo, in today's episode of As the White Hood Turns, have you seen that viral video going around of that MAGA voter who is mad that her family won't lend her money for groceries because they done cut off her SNAP benefits? Now, I love a good MAGA fuck around and find out. I love it. I love this for them. But what makes this even better is that there are also videos and pictures circulating of the Halloween party that Syphilitic Sid threw last night. It was Great Gatsby themed, and they are now reporting that them tickets were $1 million a pop. Not only did he throw this party for his millionaire and billionaire donors and friends, but he don't give a damn that the people out here wearing the mark of the beast ain't got no food. They ain't got no benefits. I promise you, they woke up this morning to that notification that their SNAP benefits had been suspended. Now this lady out here begging her family, and she went off on her mother-in-law because her mother-in-law refused to lend her money to buy groceries. Her mother-in-law told her, "Too bad, so sad. You voted for this. Figure it out." But this just goes back to, they thought only black and brown people would suffer. All them people saying we need to stop calling them dumb, but I don't know another word. Stupid is too harsh. I don't know another word. If y'all can think of one, I have lots of words I can think of, but the only one that comes to mind is dumb. Just dumb. Okay. Okay, bye.
Life has a way of coming full circle. A woman who once proudly called herself a MAGA mom is now in tears, not because of politics, but because of survival. After losing her food stamp, she reached out to her family for help, hoping they would lend a hand until she got back on her feet. But instead of open arms, she was met with silence and rejection. Her own family told her, "You voted for this, now deal with it." This story isn't just about one woman. It's about how choices have consequences and how political pride can turn into personal pain. For years, she supported policies that promised to cut government funding, reduce welfare abuse, and make people self-reliant. It sounded good when it was just a slogan. But now, those same cuts have landed on her doorstep, and she's realizing what it truly means when the safety net disappears. Hi guys, welcome back again to the YouTube channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So I'm going to let the rest of the videos roll, then I'll come back with the commentary. Let me know what you all think in the comment section, and credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch, then I'll come back with more. Please do well to like and subscribe. Let's go watch.
Did you hear about the MAGA mom that's really upset that her mother-in-law won't give them money because their SNAP benefits were cut? Ma'am, you quite literally voted for this. Now listen, I would have those kids at my house 3 times a day, giving them meals and filling those bellies. But give you money? Absolutely fucking not. And the reason you voted for this, even though you're disabled, your husband is a veteran, he's in school, and you have a special needs child, etc., 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 and you are also running out of formula, you still voted for this because you thought it would only affect other people. You quite literally thought he was going to take care of his base, and it might happen to like minorities, or liberals, but it wouldn't happen to you. Well, it did happen to you. So while I would be feeding those kids 3 meals a day and making sure those bellies were full, you would get not one dime from me, ma'am.
You EBT people that are out there, unless you can't walk, talk, move your arms, move your legs, you shouldn't be on EBT. I don't care. Had kids, decided to have sex with some piece of shit that doesn't want to help you support the children that you produced? I don't give a fuck. That's not my responsibility, and that's not my problem. Okay?
So this guy's bio says, I am Charlie Kirk, and that's exactly the type of person I believe is Charlie Kirk. These are the type of people that have embraced Charlie Kirk, and these are the types of things that they are stating and making declarations on, that they don't care that people are going hungry. And that's exactly why people said Charlie Kirk was not a good person. He was not a good Christian. He was not a good fellow man. He was not somebody to be revered, because the people that are literally claiming to walk in his path and saying, taking on the embodiment and saying, we are Charlie Kirk, are the same people or coming on this internet right now saying, I don't care if people starve. I don't care if people go hungry. Yeah, that's the legacy that he left behind. These are the people that have picked up the torch and are carrying that type of legacy, saying they don't care if their fellow man, woman, and child go hungry. So, wow, way to be a great, caring, loving, Charlie Kirk-toting Christian man. Let them starve.
You know, I myself am guilty of being one of those people who keep saying, well, this new thing happened. Is MAGA going to get it yet? Are the Republican voters finally going to wake up and see what they're stepping in? And while a few of them do seem to trickle away as time goes by, the majority of them just keep making excuses. The most recent thing is with these SNAP benefits that Trump is taking away from people. He told the Republicans not to negotiate with Democrats. So the Republicans let the government shut down on purpose so Trump could continue cutting a bunch of benefits and firing thousands of people pretty much with no consequence. But now we simultaneously have people on the right who are making videos going, oh no, all these people can't get you free money, oh no. And the other half going, where are my food stamps? We keep talking about the snake eating its own tail, but it's more like a hydra with tons of heads where they each keep trying to eat each other. But it is still so funny to me that when Trump takes away benefits from poor people, the poor people will still support him and other billionaires. Just like when Trump takes away their Social Security and their Medicare, they make excuses for him, and then they go, why are the Democrats taking away my Medicare? It's just like the ones who are always complaining about the government and people getting handouts are always the ones complaining that they haven't gotten their Social Security check yet. And now Trump and his administration are changing the rules to be eligible for disability, which is mostly going to affect his own voters in red states. This is how fucking clueless they are. And yet every single time the Republicans screw these people over, they continue to vote them back into office. And I will never fucking understand that.
This MAGA mom is one of those people that used to mock people who needed government assistance. She believed the myth that people on food stamp were lazy or abusing the system. She probably shared those memes online about people living off the taxpayers. But life humbled her fast. A job loss, rising prices, and suddenly the same EBT card she used to criticize became her only way to feed her kids. And when that card stopped working, reality hit harder than ever. When she called her family, she expected compassion, but they remembered the things she used to say. How she looked down on others in the same position, how she dismissed warning about voting against her own interests. They remembered her, how she, cheered for policies that took food, healthcare, and support away from struggling Americans. So now they have drawn the line. They told her, you supported this system, you believed in it, and now you are leaving it. It sounded harsh, but that's the painful truth of this moment. Many people voted against, their own interests. Many people voted based on pride, emotion, and party loyalty without thinking about the real impact of those policies. They wanted to teach people a lesson, never realized that they were also setting themselves up for the same struggle. And now we are seeing more and more stories like this. MAGA supporters crying, saying they didn't know this would get this bad, but people try to warn them. This isn't about laughing at someone's pain. It's about me understanding how political choices affect real lives. Food stamp Irene Luxury. They are survivor for millions of Americans, many of whom work full-time jobs. Cutting them doesn't just punish the lazy. It hurts working families, seniors, veterans, and single parents trying to make ends meet. And now, people like this MAGA mom are learning the hard way that compassion matters more than slogans. Her family's refusal to help me seem cruel, but it also reflects frustration. They probably begged her not to vote for someone whose policies will make life harder for ordinary Americans. They warned her that cutting government programs doesn't hurt the rich, it hurts people like them. But she didn't listen. She believed they promised about personal responsibility and self-reliance. Now, she's facing the cold truth. Self-reliance doesn't pay the bills when the system is rigged against working people. What's sad is that her story is becoming more common. There are many MAGA supporters all over the country realizing too late that the drain the swamp talk was never about helping regular Americans. It was about cutting benefits, raising taxes on the poor, and protecting the wealthy. The people who needed help the most were the ones thrown under the bus. Alas, now, as this MAGA mom cries, asking her family for help, she's also asking herself the question, how do I end up here? How did I feel for this same message that's now hurting me? She's realizing that politics isn't just about left or right, it's about survival, compassion, and fairness. When you cheer for the government to take away benefit from others, yours also cheering for it to take away yours as well, because one day you might need them. The saddest part is that her children are the ones caught up in the middle. They don't understand politics. They just know their mom is struggling to put food on the table. They are the innocent ones of, decisions made by adults who didn't think the consequences through. And why her family's refusal may seem like tough love is also a reflection of how divided America has become, where politics has broken families apart. This story should be a wake-up call for a lot of MAGAs. But let's keep watching, guys. Let me know what your own take are in the comments. I really love to read from you. Please do well to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. And credit to all creators on this video. I look forward to seeing you all on my next. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.